actually, I never talked like the teacher, just never dream of that. And he stands up there, he looks at my flag, and he says, what's this thing on my desk? Well, his choice of words sort of offended me, so I started walking up toward the front, and I'm shaking like a leaf. I said, what did you say? He said, what's this thing on my desk here? I started lecturing. I said, well, first of all, it's a flag, and you don't refer to it as that thing. And he's up there, and he's counting the stars. He said, I can't believe it. He said, you're one of the best students I've ever had in history and government. You're straight A's. He said, you don't even know how many stars are on our national flag. I said, yes, I do. There's 48. I can name the state capital, the governor of each state, the population of the city, the river, and I can still do that, like after 30 years of teaching. But that's why, I mean, I've been to all the states. I've been to 57 different countries, all 50 states many times. And so, I mean, even then I was interested in government. And so he said, why would anybody in their right mind put 50 stars on them? But boy, am I going to impress him. I said, well, you know, they're talking about, and there was a little article in the paper about Alaska, but there was nothing about Hawaii. I said, you know, they're going to take Alaska. And he said, yeah, I saw that in the paper the other day. I said, the thing you didn't see, they're also going to take in another state, probably to offset that politically, and it's probably going to be Hawaii. And his comment was like, well, where did you get your crystal ball? And he gave me the grade on it. Now remember, Jim got an A on his 5-minute project, and all the other kids had sort of dumb projects, but got good grades. I spent all weekend, I could have been out playing, it was nice weather, I could have been out running around playing, but I stayed in there cutting out and making the flag, 12 and a half hours. So anyhow, he gave me the grade of a B minus. I come unglued. I said, you gotta be kidding. I'm thinking, Jim got an A on his stupid leave, you know, give me a B minus. I said, you got to be kidding. He said, young man, one thing you need to remember, I'm the teacher, you're the student. Here comes the challenge that sort of brought me out of my shell. He said, if you don't like the grade, get it accepted in Washington, then come back and see me, we might consider changing the grade. It's sort of, when the teacher gave me that B minus and give me that challenge to get accepted in Washington, I thought, I'm going to do that. So I took the flag and I wrote up about a 4-page letter, 4-page letter to the governor of the state of Ohio. I sent the flag to him, and in there I said, for American History Class project in high school, Lancaster High School, I made this 50-star flag. I know we only have 48 states, but this is anticipation taken in more states. Please display the flag at the governor's mansion, state capitol, and return it back to me. I also had 4 photographs. I asked the governor to date stamp on the back of the photo so I could prove throughout history this flag was in existence April the 18th, 1958, where we still only had 48 states at that time. Now, a lot of even history teachers are not really familiar with this. For instance, we only add a star on a certain date. Do you know what date that would be?
4th of July?
4th of July. It's the only time we add a star. But now a state can enter the Union at any time. So we added the 4th of July following the date of invasion. Alaska became a state in January 1959. Therefore, we would add a star July 4th, 1959. In August, 38 days following the actual addition of Alaska star, Hawaii officially became a state. In other words, ratified by the state. So that meant it was August, so it had to wait around the calendar, around the clock to July 4th, 1959.